Thousands of years I have stood motionless, surrounded by the surging waves of three mighty oceans. Who was I before? Can I recall anything from my past? Yes, there is one clear picture ever shining in my memory, that of Devi Kumari standing on me, poised on one leg in deep tapas. Every grain in me was throbbing at that divine touch, the ecstasy of those days. Around her the elements stood still. Such a delicate flower she was. Even my stony heart melted at the sight of her. I was afraid her tender lotus foot would suffer, touching my heart's surface. Softly, I raised myself and formed into a cushion to hold her foot. But that was long, long ago, in a different world altogether. Yet to this day, I proudly bear the imprint of the divine foot, my Srivatsa. Centuries rolled by. I stood a silent witness to the rise and fall of empires, to the glory, degradation, and slavery of my holy motherland. I wanted to help my mother, offer myself to her. But how can a rock like me be of any service to anyone? Am I destined to remain a rock forever? Or like the renowned Ahalya, would some holy feet transform me, save me, redeem me to serve my motherland? It was then that I learned to pray, and I started my tapas. It all happened unexpectedly, or was it the result of my positive thinking, striving to transform myself? On a cold winter day, when biting, chilly winds were sweeping over me, I was woken up from my reverie. I could feel the touch of holy feet on me. Has the Devi decided to do tapas again? No. The steps were stronger, harder, and firmer. I strained every nerve to find out who the intruder was. Effortlessly, he climbed onto my lap, sat down, and was soon immersed in meditation. Something in me whispered that he was no ordinary trespasser. Very soon, I began to feel the tremendous power and strength of his thoughts. This was no common man who could send pulsations through me. Am I about to receive the benediction that would transform my life into something more meaningful? Has my tapas borne its fruit? I was thrilled to the very core of my being as these thoughts rushed into my mind. The sage continued his meditation, unmindful of the chilly winds or the passing time. It was evident that he was in communion with the Supreme. Once again, I saw the beauty and grandeur of tapas, the control of man over nature. Mentally, I prostrated at his feet and waited. After 3 days and nights, he came round. I vividly recall the picture he made as he stood looking at our beloved motherland. Like a lion, out to conquer his territory. There was a marvelous glow on his face, a new light shone in his eyes of realization, of determination. Instantaneously, I recognized in him my master and surrendered my all at his feet. Unaware of the gift he was leaving behind, he plunged into the sea. I stood again in isolation, but I knew that I would never be the same again. Destiny had at last intervened and set me on the path of my salvation. I had found my Lord and Master. It was given to me to share those blissful moments with him, to contain and preserve the dynamic vibrations of his powerful meditation till such a time when I woke from my reveries and looked around. For me, who reckons time in centuries, it was as though a few moments had passed. But 7 decades had flown by, decades filled with incidents that have left their indelible imprints on the pages of history. My motherland was at last free from the yoke of alien domination. Her face was aglow with happiness, anticipation, and a sense of achievement. Great sons of hers had come and gone, adding their share to her glory and greatness, but none to equal my master. 1963. That was the centenary year of his birth. All of a sudden, I found myself in the limelight for the humble role I played in my master's life. Swami Vivekananda, that is how they called him. Many considered him as the architect of modern India, one who brought back to our motherland her lost honor and dignity and set her well on the path to freedom. To have been the participant of the great drama of his life and to receive the recognition thereof. Realization of my immense responsibility dawned on me then, and I vowed myself to fulfill it to the best of my ability. Scores of people came to look at me, measure me, drill a hole here and cut a stone there. I submitted silently. At first, I did not know the meaning of all that. Then one fine day, I heard the words, which were to be the fulfillment of my dream, my tapas, my sadhana. A magnificent monument for my master was to be erected on me. The Vivekananda Rock Memorial.